We're now in the bread section, and what we're looking for nutrient-wise in breads are, it's an excellent source of B vitamins. We want it to be a source of fiber for sure, and it's a source of protein. Now, when you're looking at breads, one of the first things you want to look at, once again, don't look at those label claims because you'll get expensive food coloring. What you want to do is you want to look for whole grain, and the way to do that is you look at your ingredient list. And you want the first thing listed in ingredients to say whole grain or whole wheat. It can also say 100% whole wheat. If it says whole wheat flour, that's fine, or whole grain rye flour, that's fine, but you want those words in there. And what I'm looking for in a bread is I don't want it to have more than 100 calories in a slice. I want it to have at least 2 grams of fiber per slice and no more than 15 grams of carb. So when I look at this is Nature's Own, and one slice has 3 grams of fiber. So this is a pretty good choice. This is a Nature's Own 100% whole wheat. It's on our website. It's listed on the name brands on our website. Another one here is Nature's Own 100% whole grain. And this is Nature's Own 100% whole grain, and it's advertising sugar-free, 12 grams of whole grain. So you always look at the ingredient list, and the first item is stone ground whole wheat flour. That's a good first ingredient. And I'm immediately going to look at the fiber. It's got 2 grams, not quite as good as the other one on fiber. And if we look up here on our calories, it only has half the calories. So that's why it has less fiber. If you're looking to have some fruit with your sandwich, this might be a better choice for you than this one, because it has less carb, so you'd have more carbohydrate left over after your sandwich. There are several varieties. You've got Sara Lee has 100% multi-grain here, and this bread is advertised to be lower in carb, and sure enough, 2 slices is going to have the amount of carbohydrate normally in 1 slice of bread. So that would be a very good choice for a sandwich. Anyway, so on your bread, you want to look for 100% whole grain or 100% whole wheat as the first ingredient listed in the ingredient list. You want it to have more than 2 grams of fiber per slice. And I saw down here, let's look, I saw a double fiber bread, and it probably has a lot more fiber in it. The problem is sometimes you sacrifice taste when you increase fiber significantly. It's arrow wheat double fiber bread, and in 1 slice it is going to have, oh yeah, in 1 slice of this bread, oh my gosh, I can't even find it, just a sec. 5 grams of fiber in 1 slice of this bread. I've not tasted this bread, but if this bread would pass flavor-wise, it'd be an awesome choice, because you would get 10 grams of fiber in 1 sandwich. I doubt the flavor's wonderful, but it'd be worth trying. And that's what we're going to find in the cereals too in a minute. Sometimes if you get the fiber too high, the flavor is just not there. Peanut butter. How many peanut butter lovers do I have in here? Peanut butter is a very high-fat item, also can have a lot of sugar in it. We've listed several brands that would be your best choices in peanut butter on our website. I know that Jif has a low-fat peanut butter that's a good choice. Be sure and look at the items we have listed on the website for peanut butter, because otherwise it can be significantly high in trans fat and saturated fat. Now on the jellies, have you ever looked for a diabetic jelly and realized it had as much carbohydrate in it as sometimes the regular jelly? I looked earlier, and one of my favorite jellies is the Smoker Sugar-Free. When I looked at the sugar-free peach jelly, let's see, 1 tablespoon has 5 grams of carbohydrate. And then I came over here and got the Simply Fruit Smokers, which you would think for diabetic this would be a better option, the Simply Fruit. But when I turn it over in the Simply Fruit, 1 tablespoon has 10 grams of carb. So it's double the carb. It probably has more fruit in it, so it probably has more vitamins. However, this really isn't an item you're going to get you're going to bank on for a whole lot of vitamins. You want to do that in your fresh fruit. So I would probably choose this sugar-free one and just not have as much. This is a better option for your carb sense. And you see there's lots of choices here. I want to show you the honey. Honey is it is a healthier sugar than table sugar. But remember, healthier doesn't necessarily mean carbohydrate free. A healthy food can drive up a diabetic's blood sugar just like an unhealthy food can. If you eat enough honey, it'll drive your blood sugar up just like powdered donuts will. So when you look at honey, if you look here, a tablespoon of honey has 15 grams of carbohydrate. That's exactly the same as granulated sugar. Now, if you had to choose between the two, you definitely want to go with honey. It's much healthier. It has actually has some nutrient content to it besides just tasting good. But you still have to count it. 1 tablespoon, 15 grams for those putting honey on your toast. So be sure and count it. It is better than sugar, but needs to be counted. And that's it for the bread aisle.